Tower Defense Simulator has a lot of towers. Because of this, it only seems fair that a few towers will receive more changes than others. What if I told you, though, that there was a tower that was once crucial and used quite a lot that has since fallen off due to changes in the TDS meta and not receiving any changes in over 2 years? No, I'm not talking about the Swarmer, I'm talking about a much more relevant tower known as the Medic. This tower was released all the way back in Tower Defense Simulator's earliest years in 2019. The Medic's role as a tower is simple: heal your base every wave and at max level unstun all towers within its range. This tower was only ever valued for one of these purposes, that of course being the cleansing ability at max level, which allows the Medic to unstun all towers within its range. Because of this ability, Medic was a crucial tower in the TDS meta and was typically brought to game modes such as Badlands and Polluted Wastelands, due to the constant need to unstun towers. However, as TDS began to change and receive more updates, Medic began showing up in loadouts less and less. Why, you ask? Well, to completely understand this, we must look at the two main factors that led to the tragic downfall of Medic. We first discussed the first issue with this, of course, being debuffs. This mechanic was first introduced on the release of Polluted Wastelands 2. How this mechanic worked is, instead of stunning your towers, the nuclear monster would debuff their range and fire rate. What's the big deal, you may be asking yourself? Well, the major issue with this new mechanic was the fact that the Medic could not remove tower debuffs. This still wasn't a problem since the majority of the nuclear monster's attacks were stun heavy, which actually made the Medic a required tower in order to triumph Polluted Wastelands at the time, due to TDS towers having poor DPS. The tower debuff problem would only get increasingly worse, with it becoming more and more prominent with the release of game modes like Badlands 2 and Pizza Party, as they were also extremely debuff heavy. Tower Defense Simulator has only gotten worse with its debuff issues since it seems to be phasing out of tower stuns entirely and focusing more and more on tower debuffs. This, of course, isn't the only problem that caused the Medic's unfortunate downfall. The second problem that is attributed to this is the change in the TDS meta. With recent TDS updates, towers have undergone massive reworks and buffs. Because of this, the TDS meta now heavily focuses on stun-immune towers such as the Pursuit, Ranger, and Engineer. These towers are without a doubt some of the strongest in the game and aren't even affected by stuns. For this reason, people no longer need the Medic and see it as a waste of a tower slot. The new meta as a whole is more damage focused rather than support heavy like the old meta, which further attributes to the Medic being useless. Due to all of these issues with both the tower and the TDS meta as a whole, the Medic will continue to be irrelevant and useless until it gets a well-deserved rework. As always, please do like and subscribe on your way out, and glitched out.